Listen to me, my friend. Richest person in the world. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, no. That title flips faster than your ex changes their mood. Stocks go up a little, boom, Jeff Bezos is smiling like he just bought happiness. Bitcoin sneezes once, Elon Musk is suddenly questioning life choices. But here's where it gets fun. If you think Bill, Elon, and Jeff are peak wealth, get ready, because in history there were people so rich they didn't buy mansions, they bought territories. They didn't have bank accounts, they had their own economies. And when you finish this video, you'll realize regular rich means owning yachts. Untouchable rich means owning an era where the world didn't move unless you said so. So come with me. We are going back in time, prepared to have your jaw drop at how insanely powerful and ridiculously wealthy these people were. Oh, and before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so I don't lose motivation digging up history's wildest secrets for you. All right, ready? Let's go. Time doesn't wait. 1. King Solomon, the biblical billionaire. Long before crypto, long before capitalism, there was Solomon, the man who basically invented flexing. 700 wives, palaces covered in gold. He collected 666 talents of gold every year. That's over $2 trillion today. He didn't have stock options. He had literal mountains of treasure. Sure, historians say it's hard to prove, but if half the Bible is about your spending habits, you probably had a decent savings account. 2. Augustus Caesar, the god with 5 trillion. Fast forward to ancient Rome. Augustus didn't just rule an empire, he owned it. After defeating Cleopatra and Mark Antony, he took Egypt's wealth like it was pocket change. He controlled mines, taxes, land, armies, 20% of Rome's economy. Today, that's worth around $5 trillion. And when he died, they made him a god, which, honestly, is the ultimate tax loophole. 3. Jacob Fugger, the banker who bought Emperor's Jump to 1500s Germany. Jacob Fugger, name sounds like a joke, but the man literally financed kings. He bankrolled wars, bought elections, and once told the Holy Roman Emperor, "You wouldn't even have your crown without my money." He basically invented corruption, but classy. At his peak, Fugger owned 2% of Europe's GDP, about 400 billion today. 4. The Rothschild family in the bankers of the world. Next up, the dynasty that made modern banking. The Rothschilds didn't just make money, they made money move. 5 brothers, 5 countries, 1 empire of loans and secrets. They financed wars, built the Suez Canal, and possibly owned half of Europe. Rumors say their net worth peaked at 500 trillion, though honestly, no one ever saw the receipt. Their wealth was so well hidden, it became the blueprint for every Illuminati theory ever. Hey bro, you made it this far, huh? Guess that means you're vibing with it, right? Listen, this is literally my first video, so come on, shake my hand and hit that subscribe button, my friend. So I've got the motivation to keep digging into more crazy stories. Trust me, you're gonna love the next one. 5. John D. Rockefeller, the man who broke America and got richer. Now welcome to industrial America. Oil was the new gold, and Rockefeller was the king. He controlled 90% of US oil before the government said, yeah, that's illegal. They broke up his company into 34 pieces. The plot twist, those pieces made him even richer. At his peak, he owned 2% of the US economy, around 600 billion today. Elon's net worth is impressive. Rockefeller's was national GDP. 6. Henry Ford, the guy who invented the weekend. Ford didn't just build cars, he built modern life. He doubled workers' pay, cut work weeks to 5 days, and accidentally invented the middle class. He turned a 12-hour car build into a 90-minute process. Net worth, 200 billion. Legacy, your 9-to-5 job. 7. Adolf Hitler, the evil millionaire. The worst human on this list, but undeniably rich. He made millions from Mein Kampf, tax-free because, well, he made the laws. He charged royalties for his own face on stamps, and even copyrighted his speeches. He also stole an entire continent's resources, controlling wealth worth 3 trillion. Evil, efficient, and terrifyingly rich. 8. Joseph Stalin, the dictator who owned a country. Stalin didn't collect money, he collected fear. He owned the Soviet Union like it was a company. 10 trillion in economic power, no bank account, no limit, no mercy. He was so feared that when he had a stroke, no one called a doctor for 12 hours. Imagine being so powerful, people let you die on purpose. Nine. Pablo Escobar, the Cash King. Fast forward to the 1980s. Pablo Escobar's sires made $420 million a week, lost $2 billion a year because rats ate it. He literally spent $2,500 a month on rubber bands just to hold his cash together. His empire was worth $80 billion after inflation, and none of it was digital. Pure, old-school drug dealer wealth. 10. Elon Musk, the richest man in modern history. Finally, we're back to today. Elon Musk worth around $400 billion. If the average person wanted to catch up, they'd have to work 8 million years straight. He's not a king, not a conqueror, but he commands companies that literally reach space. Unlike ancient empires, his wealth is real, traceable, and built from technology that once looked like witchcraft. So is Elon the richest man in history? Technically, yes, in the modern world. But compared to history's giants, he's just the richest player in the biggest game ever made. And history's next billionaire, they won't need gold or oil. They'll own data. Maybe they're already watching this video right now. Hit that sub, my friend, so I've got the motivation to keep digging up the secrets the world tried to bury. Because trust me, we've only scratched the surface of greed. And if you think this video was wild, oh buddy, you haven't seen anything yet. I've got files, stories, and conspiracies that'll make your browser history look like a fairy tale. Every time you hit subscribe somewhere in the world, another billionaire gets nervous. And I love that for us.